It's not often that you get coins which are just a little bit different, that set the standard once again in coin design. And this icon Mona Lisa with this hologram that appears as if from nowhere to reveal one of the most famous pieces of art ever made is certainly up there to have a look at as an investment silver coin. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a warm welcome to you all joining me for this week's edition of In Focus Friday, the show where we take a good close look at cool things made of silver or gold. And this week we are going to be having a look at, as chosen by you in last week's episode, the Mona Lisa icon coin. It is very cool, very different. It's certainly not something you see every day. So a big thank you needs to be sent to Europa Bullion, who are sponsoring today's episode and sent me this coin to showcase here on the channel. Really, really special to have them on board. So if you are interested in purchasing this, you can go and check out their website. There's a link down in the description below. It's a very, very cool piece for sure, but we have loads of others as well lined up over the next coming weeks. So make sure as well to cast your eye and indeed a vote in the comment section on what you want to see next time here on In Focus Friday. The icon won the popularity vote last week, and you can kind of understand why. It's a little bit magic. It's very different. The amount of kind of different coins out there at the moment is massive. There are humongous amounts of designers and private mints that are doing different things, and this is kind of cool, I have to admit. Like when I saw it kind of on the on the web, just thought, it's just a bit gimmicky. It's just another coin trying to cash in on something else's success. But actually, the more that I have it, the more that I see it, the more that I'm playing with it here, trying to film with it. I mean, the light is difficult today. It's blazing sunlight coming through the window. So I hope this does it some justice. We'll get it out of the capsule as well to look at. But it is pretty cool. And the amount of different light play that you can get coming off this is pretty incredible. So it's a very, very well minted and engineered coin in that regard. Very, very special indeed. Now, it is made by the Pressburg Mint. It has a mintage of 30,000. Now, it's a pretty, you'd think a pretty premium coin for something that's different with this kind of thing, this design, and also a mintage of 30,000. But as with a lot of the products from the Pressburg Mint, see a lot of them in the Kronos and the Equilibrium and various other coins like that, they're really not that expensive in terms of the premiums. And this one's sitting currently around the €25 mark. I've certainly seen more expensive coins out there, even from big mints like the Perth Mint. So to have that at this level, I think is a pretty interesting price point. Certainly breaking into a market. It's maybe at the lower end of that kind of premium product market. If you're into wanting to get into premium coins without having to go full hog for double, triple spot price on various things, this is certainly an entry level kind of coin for that. And you can't get more iconic than the Mona Lisa herself. So if we get the light right, I think it's like getting a fine balance of the light and distance from the camera. So we get the light right just to show Mona Lisa in all of her glory. It's so iconic. And if you didn't know, the word icon means art in ancient Greek. So there's something I found out today when doing a bit of research for this video. And if you guys have never seen the Mona Lisa in real life, it is something to put on your bucket list. I remember about 10 years ago, I was in Paris. I was actually passing through Paris and I had a night there to basically kill. And I thought, well, what do I do? Where do I go? So I did all the big touristy things. I went to Notre Dame and then I went to the Louvre where the Mona Lisa is housed. And let me tell you, it was something quite magical. Like, everybody knows Mona Lisa's face. It's one of the single most recognized pieces of art in the world. I would say, if not the most recognized piece of art in the world. And it certainly set something aflame inside me when you see it. It's actually really quite a small painting. A lot of people think it's going to be massive and giant, like a lot of the other art pieces in those kind of galleries, but actually it's quite small, and it's really quite emotional to see it when you've seen something so many times and you've never really appreciated where it came from, where it's been reproduced from. The original really does. It's the first experience I've ever had with art in that sense, so I thought it was really interesting. So it's certainly a bucket list item to have, and the amount of detail that's on here is pretty cool. What I think is less so good about the coin is when you get really close to it, it's a nightmare to film with. So I'm going here and I'm trying to get the right angle to get Mona Lisa in full playing right up close to the camera, and it's almost impossible. You can't not see the word icon. The light is fantastic around it, playing off it. It's great. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But it is almost impossible right up close to sort of see that. But when you take it back further, and hopefully the camera actually focuses, there we go. When you take it back further, the whole thing comes into playing a lot more easily with the light play. So that's my one criticism for it. If you're the kind of person that really likes to get your coin up close and personal, and see it really, really, very close or under a loop, for example, this might not be for you. The shading on it, I think, makes a difference as well. Like, you can see there where I'm shading from the light, you can see it, you can see the icon. I mean, it's all pretty cool. I do like the way that it plays, and I even like the design on the back here with these sort of circles going round the Queen's head. It is fantastic in that sense. It's really different, really very unique, and it's very well made. The Pressburg Mint do have a good minting technology for sure. The quality is actually very good. Now, I, of course, I'm holding it with bare hands. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that for anybody out there to do. But I can tell you, it feels good, it looks good, it's uniform. I haven't seen any production defects on the rim. The reeded edge is nice and uniform. So all things told, I have to say, it's a pretty well-made coin and a pretty cool piece. And at a price point which is at the lower end of the kind of premium market, it certainly does raise interesting questions in terms of potential collectability and investability. So in terms of a score out of 10, I've been doing that for a lot of the different products and coins that have come through in Focus Friday. I'm going to give it a solid 7. I think that's probably a pretty fair one. It's not necessarily going to set the world on fire with its kind of coin design. I think I've hit the sweet spot there with that angle. Look at that. There's Mona Lisa. Sorry, Mona Lisa. I'm only giving you a 7 out of 10 just because the icon kind of gets in the way. But it's not going to set the world on fire in terms of coin design and profitability, collectability, investability, but it is different. It is something that's not just another coin with another design on it. It's actually had a little bit of extra thought, energy, care and attention put into its design. So very interesting, very different. Let me know your thoughts on this coin down in the comments section. I'd really like to know what you think, and if you are willing to give a score out of 10, then please let me know as well. It'd be very interesting to see. Whilst you're down in the comment section, make sure to have a vote on what you want to see next week. We've got quite the selection of items here. The big 2 ounce, I think it's the 2 ounce one? Yes, 2 ounce Tiger from the Perth Mint, Pirates of the Caribbean, we've got the Cutty Sark, lovely starfish coin, very, very cool. We've got some Caribbean silver, and then we've got this really intricately detailed Kronos coin, which is actually my favourite of the bunch. So not that I'm being biased, but vote for that one. I want to do it next week. Loads to choose from. So a massive thank you again to Europa Bullion for sending me the icon Mona Lisa coin to showcase for you all here. I hope you've enjoyed this video and this presentation. If you have, then make sure you hit a thumbs up and share this around through your social media. That would be very helpful for everything that we do here on the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.